Christianity. Christianity is a religion centered on the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. It began in the Middle East around 2,000 years ago and grew from Jewish traditions before spreading across the world. What makes it different is its focus on the idea that God entered human history as a person and offered salvation through love, sacrifice, and forgiveness. In everyday life, a Christian might sit quietly in a church as sunlight passes through colored glass, hearing soft hymns echo through the room while wondering whether their mistakes can truly be forgiven. One surprising truth is that the religion's central symbol is not a crown or a throne, but a cross, a reminder that suffering and hope can exist at the same time. Perhaps that is why Christianity continues to resonate with so many people, asking whether strength might sometimes look more like compassion than power. Islam. Islam is a religion based on belief in one God, known as Allah, and the teachings revealed to the Prophet Muhammad in 7th century Arabia. It emerged in the cities of Mecca and Medina and quickly spread across continents. What makes it different is its strong emphasis on submission to God, daily prayer, and a direct relationship between the believer and the Creator. A Muslim may pause during a busy day, roll out a prayer mat, hear distant sounds fade into the background, and focus completely on a moment of worship. Many people are surprised to learn that Islam places great importance on mercy, with God's compassion being one of its most frequently repeated themes. It leaves an enduring question: what changes when a person builds moments of stillness into every day? Hinduism. Hinduism is one of the world's oldest religions, originating in the Indian subcontinent thousands of years ago. Rather than beginning with a single founder, it developed through many traditions, texts, and philosophies over long periods of time. What makes it different is its vast diversity of beliefs, practices, and paths towards spiritual understanding. A person might stand before a small home shrine, smell incense drifting through the air, watch the flicker of a lamp, and reflect on their place in a universe believed to move through endless cycles. The surprising twist is that Hinduism often welcomes many different ways of understanding the divine rather than insisting on only one. Its enduring presence raises a quiet question about whether truth can be approached from more than one direction. Buddhism. Buddhism began in ancient India with Siddhartha Gautama, known as the Buddha, around the 6th century BCE. It focuses on understanding suffering and finding a path toward inner peace and enlightenment. What makes it different is that it often emphasizes personal experience and awareness over belief alone. Someone practicing Buddhism might sit in silence, noticing the feeling of their breath, hearing distant sounds without reacting to them, and observing thoughts come and go like clouds. The unexpected idea at its heart is that chasing happiness too aggressively can sometimes create more dissatisfaction. Buddhism invites people to consider whether peace comes not from getting more, but from needing less. Sikhism. Sikhism originated in the Punjab region of South Asia during the 15th century through the teachings of Guru Nanak and the Sikh gurus who followed him. It teaches belief in one God, equality among all people, honest living, and service to others. What makes it different is the strong connection between spirituality and community action. A visitor entering a gurdwara may hear gentle singing, smell food being prepared, and see people from different backgrounds sitting together as equals. The hidden truth is that some of the religion's deepest teachings are expressed not through ceremonies but through acts of service. It quietly asks whether helping another person might itself be a form of prayer. Judaism. Judaism is one of the oldest monotheistic religions and traces its origins to the ancient people of Israel and their covenant with God. Its traditions, laws, and sacred texts have shaped religious thought for thousands of years. What makes it different is its strong connection to history, community, and a continuous chain of tradition. A family gathering for the Sabbath may hear familiar blessings, see candles glowing softly, and feel a sense of connection stretching across generations. One surprising aspect is that questioning and debate are often valued parts of religious learning. Judaism suggests that wisdom may grow not only from answers, but also from thoughtful questions. Baha'i faith. The Baha'i faith began in 19th century Persia through the teachings of Baha'u'llah. It teaches the unity of humanity, the harmony of religion and science, and the belief that major religions come from the same divine source. What makes it different is its emphasis on global unity and the idea that humanity is one family. A believer might look at people speaking different languages in a crowded city and see not division but connection. The interesting twist is that while many movements focus on differences between cultures, the Baha'i faith focuses on what all people share. It leaves open the possibility that humanity's greatest challenge may also be its greatest opportunity. Jainism. Jainism is an ancient Indian religion that teaches nonviolence, self-discipline, and respect for all living beings. It developed alongside other religious traditions in ancient India and has survived for more than 2,000 years. What makes it different is the extraordinary commitment to avoiding harm. A Jain believer may carefully watch where they step, considering even the smallest forms of life. The surprising part is how far the principle of nonviolence extends, influencing food, speech, and daily choices. Jainism encourages reflection on how many unseen consequences can come from even the smallest actions. Mormonism. Mormonism, formerly known as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, began in the United States during the 19th century through the teachings of Joseph Smith. It shares roots with Christianity while including additional scriptures and beliefs about continuing revelation. What makes it different is its emphasis on modern prophets, family relationships, and ongoing guidance from God. A family gathered at home for prayer may view everyday life itself as part of a larger spiritual journey. One unexpected feature is the strong focus on genealogy and connecting with past generations. It raises the thought that identity may be shaped not only by where we are going, but also by where we came from. Shintoism. Shintoism is the traditional religion of Japan and centers on reverence for kami, spiritual presences associated with nature, places, and ancestors. It developed gradually over centuries rather than through a single founder. What makes it different is its close relationship with the natural world. A person walking beneath a torii gate may hear leaves rustling, feel cool air moving through trees, and sense a quiet respect for the landscape around them. The hidden truth is that Shinto often focuses less on explaining the universe and more on appreciating it. It gently suggests that wonder can sometimes begin simply by paying attention. Taoism. Taoism is a Chinese religion and philosophy centered on living in harmony with the Tao, which means the way. It originated in ancient China over 2,000 years ago and is traditionally associated with the sage Laozi. Taoism teaches that people should live simply, follow the natural flow of life, and avoid unnecessary conflict. Unlike many religions, it focuses less on strict rules and more on balance, inner peace, and harmony with nature. Its most recognizable symbol is the yin and yang, representing the balance of opposite forces. Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is one of the world's oldest monotheistic religions. It was founded in ancient Persia, now modern-day Iran, by the prophet Zoroaster more than 2,500 years ago. The religion teaches that there is one supreme God, called Ahura Mazda, and that every person should choose between good and evil through their thoughts, words, and actions. Zoroastrianism is known for its emphasis on moral responsibility and the sacredness of fire, which symbolizes purity and divine wisdom. Although it has a relatively small number of followers today, it has had a lasting influence on the development of other major religions. Confucianism. Confucianism is a philosophical and ethical tradition that began in ancient China with the teacher Confucius around the 5th century BCE. It focuses on building a good society through strong moral values, respect for family, honesty, education, and responsible leadership. Unlike many religions, Confucianism places greater emphasis on ethical living and social harmony than on worship or beliefs about the supernatural. Its teachings have shaped Chinese culture and influenced many other East Asian societies for over 2,000 years.